Oh, Jordan Peele's latest, the most appropriately named movie I can think of. Cause no, 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 nope. All right, man, let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your guy Sam.
It's your boy Joey.
We saw Nope early premiere. Once again, thank you to Grand Shucket for that. At the end of the video, we're going to tell you a little bit about that. Make sure you stick around for that. Before we talk about that, two things. First off, Jovi held it down at BlurredCon this past weekend. Go check out those recap videos. He has one video where he recaps the con, another one where we show you our latest video game adaptations panel, and we get to hear what the community has to say about some of our choices.
Yeah.
I had some updated movies in there. I think we had Dead or Alive, Silent Hill, and Rampage added. So, definitely a good conversation. Also, we just passed 100 subscribers. I think we're at 101.
Just
Triple
crazy.
digits. It's crazy. So thanks to everybody who hit that subscribe button. And if you watch these videos and you like it and you want to join the conversation, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the little bell.
Yeah. And share, man. You never know who likes the same stuff and wants to hear our perspective.
I was waiting for the sound effects on that one.
Oh. Ding!
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right, yeah. So, again, just thanks to everyone who's been supporting the channel. I think we're coming up on 2 years in October, so maybe we'll definitely be doing something for that. But yeah, let's get into it. Nope. All right, so this is Jordan Peele's latest. I think it's his third movie under his Monkey Paw Productions banner. First he had Get Out, loved it. I loved it. Then he had Us, which Jovi liked, I despised. And then now we have Nope. Nope stars Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya, who was the star of Get Out, and Stephen Yeun, Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Crazy.
Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya star as brother and sister. They're horse farmers. And they are horse trainers, I should say.
For Hollywood. Yeah,
they train their horses and rent them out to Hollywood, and that's how they make their living. Daniel's character, his name is OJ. Which is funny when they said it. Yeah. It was like, they were like, your name is OJ? And it's like, yeah, Otis Jr. Like, his character, he's actually the horse trainer. I guess it seems Keke Palmer's character, Emerald, or they call her M for short.
Yeah.
She, I guess she was estranged at some point because she seems to have not been there at the beginning, then came back. And yeah, man, so basically, those guys witness you see it in the trailer, no spoilers here. They witness a UFO, an unidentified flying object in the sky, and they plan to videotape it and capture it perfectly. They call it the Oprah shot. They want a shot so good that it could be on Oprah. Yeah. They want it, and that's how they plan on making money because their horse training, it's actually going downhill since their dad died. Yep. So so basically that's the movie.
That's the movie.
We see this UFO come through. We're trying to learn a little bit about what it is. We're learning its patterns, and they're doing their best. They're doing their best to try to use those patterns to get the shot they want.
Yeah.
They get help from another character. Angel is his name in the movie. Mm-hmm. I believe the actor's name is Brandon.
Don't give me.
I've seen him somewhere else, but I'll put his name up. Yeah. They get help from him. He's the tech guy who installs their cameras, and he adds a lot of comedic value. The movie's actually quite funny. It's interesting. It's both funny and terrifying. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Joe, why don't you start us off, bro? Tell us what you liked and didn't like about this.
Yeah. All right. You hear it here. For the first time ever. No, second time ever. Here it goes. I liked Keke Palmer's performance. Okay? I was wonderfully surprised, everyone. Not upset that she did something good. but actually happy because I've had these conversations recently about there's a reason why she's so extra in her normal day life compared to I'm seeing she has a little range when it comes to being a character.
She was extra in this movie.
She was extra, but it wasn't. It fit the character, right? It wasn't this. I'm a regular person. I'm putting on a character. Okay. When I look at her, that's what I see. Let's go on from that. Everybody else, they did their part. Like I feel like okay. Here's the thing. This is a Jordan Peele film. I feel like he's probably like this hard ass on set because he wants to get what he wants to get. I said this when we were leaving the film. This is something they're going to play in film school. Every shot, I mean, it's just the writing, everything like builds up to this, and like when it comes to actors, he wasn't going to just let it slide. Like every line hit, every joke hit, every action sequence hit. This took some time, and I would love to know how long it took him to write and like make this happen, because this joint did not feel like we heard about. When did we hear about this? Almost 2 years ago. Maybe. This does not feel like this was like he wrote it 3 years ago and just like, hey, I want to make a movie. Like this, again, the foreshadowing, the writing, it was good. Like guys and gals, it was good. And then like pacing and progression, I would make this one quick just because like I have nothing but great things to say. I will say it felt a little, the dad's death got overshadowed very quickly.
That's the very first scene in the movie.
Yeah.
When they show that their dad he's dead, and you know now the horse farm is theirs.
But, yeah, and so like, but I say that, and I also say that's the only, I say my only, it got overshadowed, but you can see how it hit the brother different. You can see how it hit the sister different.
Yep.
And then you can also see what they've learned from him. You know, it's like Daniel's character is just so, OJ just seems so sad and just, this is what I do every day. It's work to do. He says it often.
Yep.
I got work to do. And that's just his life. But at the end of the day, he's like, yo, like Dad made something here. Dad created something. And then Kiki's character, M, she's, like you said, strange. Like she just seems like she's so distant. But when she came back, in the way she talks about what the family like created, you can just tell like it's just good writing. You felt those characters. It didn't feel like you were watching Daniel and Kiki. You felt like you were watching OJ and M.
Yeah. And
that, again, she did a good job. And I just, Glenn's character was terrifying in a sense that a really weird situation happens to him, and this guy is just, it was like Hollywood. You know, it's like Hollywood. Hollywood does this to people. And that's all I'm going to say about that character. So, you know, like when we were kind of digging, you know, when we were sitting next to each other at the end, which we usually don't do. But that's one thing I didn't, it's like, yo, he's batshit crazy.
Because of what happened
to him. But he's so calm. That's what made his character a little creepy, because he's not like wild or doing anything like that, but you know, so like Hollywood, it was all about that aspect. Like you kept getting that. They were trying to get the shot, which is Hollywood. Mm-hmm. That child actor, that's Hollywood. What they were doing with the horses is Hollywood. It all went to, and it's like, then Jordan Peele's like, are you trying to tell us something? You know, is that another little undertone to it? Like how crazy people will go. I mean, there's the ending scene, a character does something completely wild for that, you know, that was their and they also say it. So it's like, God, if you're watching it and you're gonna listen to what we're saying, if you're gonna catch anything, like just catch all the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
They literally tell you the story as you're watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, go for it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did not think I was gonna like this movie. I really didn't.
Me and him agree on that. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I hated Us. I hated it so much. So yeah, let me go over some of the stuff you just said. So Daniel Kaluuya, actually, I know Keke Palmer's a more outgoing one, but he stole the show for me. Because what you said hit hard. Jordan Peele saw these characters in his mind. And to bring these characters to life, it's incredibly difficult. Like, so OJ doesn't talk. Like, he's very quiet. He gives one-word answers. When at the very beginning, you can tell he's very uncomfortable trying to describe what their business is to, like, potential customers, right? Like, he's whispering. He just can't enunciate. He doesn't look anybody in the eye. Yeah. And
it's like he's a horse.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see, like, you know, like, that dude isn't like that, right? Like, you saw him in Black Panther, and we saw him in Get Out. And it's just like, you know, for you to be able to give that performance... You know, Jordan Peele was sitting there like, yeah, no, you gotta look sadder. You gotta be more serious. Because the entire movie, he doesn't change. I don't know if he smiles in the entire movie. He's just very serious about, we got something we gotta do. We gotta go do.
And that's his thing. Yeah, we got work to do.
Yeah.
To go to that point, now this will be the last thing I'll say. The cinematography and the shots, like the up close shots of him, and like the emotions that pour without him saying, damn, like not a word, y'all.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peele just knew in the way that it's color corrected, where his eyes kind of look like they're glowing because of his beautiful black skin. And it's just like this, how do you make a dark shot beautiful? Like, that's...
No, yeah. So, yeah. He's right. Like... that's all I have to say. His performance was spectacular. I think that stole the show for me. Keke Palmer was also very good. And something I really like you said, when movies can do what I'm about to say, it's a good movie. I forgot I was watching a movie. I'm seriously sitting here thinking I'm just watching a family. Because, so I will admit, the first act of the movie, I thought it's slower than the rest of the movie.
Yes. It's like a play, kind of.
Yeah, and it's like, while there is still this whole scene with, Stephen Yeun's character, he's minor spoiler. He's a child actor, and they show the show he was on when he was a child actor. I think that's at the very beginning in Act 1, and I didn't really understand the point of that. And honestly, at the end, I didn't understand the point of it. I think that's the only gripe I have with this movie. Yeah. I
explained it of how I thought.
Yeah, he explained his viewpoint, which makes sense.
But I don't want to ruin it
right.
for
but
you guys, for your experience.
Yeah, when you watch it, let us know what you think. Because I don't really see why he is the way he is. And why, I guess, basically his arc in the movie, I don't really understand it. Because the movie, honestly, he wasn't horrible, but if he weren't in the movie, I still would have loved this movie 100 times. Completely. Yeah. So, man.
It only did that one thing that I said it did. Besides that, he definitely, I just don't want to take away from his vision. Because, it's there for a reason. It is unsettling.
Yeah. That's something else. So, real quick, let me just finish with Act 1 is all set up. It's important setup. Like, you notice that at the end of the movie, you notice it's important. You see why Keke Palmer and her brother, M and OJ, you see how they're different. M doesn't really care about the family business, but she could promote it way better than OJ can.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, and OJ, he cares so much about the family business, but, he can't enunciate. And they kind of bump heads at the beginning because it's easy to see that M doesn't care. She's just there to get a check. And OJ is actually like, no, I want to keep this. I want to keep Dad's farm running. But then, you get to see them connect, and seeing them grow was actually it was an interesting part. And Act 1 was great. Act 2, when they're trying to get the money shot, is when I feel like the movie picked up and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I could not look away.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I wanted to, because there are some creepy shots. So the horror in this movie actually, I mean, surprise, it comes from the UFO, what they're looking at. Yeah. And you don't understand what it's doing or why it's there.
And you can't understand from
and
the previews
you can't.
at all.
And that's another thing I love. With all his movies, Get Out, Us, and now this, there's always a little twist. And Act 3 deals with the big twist in this movie. And you're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like, they literally like,
not
wow.
M. Night Shyamalan twist where you're just like, what the fuck? It's more like, oh.
You're like, oh, okay, so this is now a part of the movie. Okay, I did not see this coming. Yeah. So you have that in this movie with the UFO. And the UFO was scary, guys. Like, it was scary. And every time it would do, like, so, they would see it, periodically. And, hence the title of the movie. Daniel Kaluuya, again, he didn't change his expression. And there's a scene in the movie where he literally is just stone-faced. He opens a door, sees something the UFO is doing, closes the door, and just says nope. Like, without changing his expression. And our theater was dying laughing,
it's...
Like, the comedy in this movie is really great. It's interesting how you laugh at how Keke Palmer is so extra. And how let me use their names. How M is so extra and OJ is like so stoic. And then at the same time, it's like, yo, when stuff gets scary, when the jump scares happen, when the UFO is doing some stuff.
There's like, one jump scare.
Oh, I whispered to him. I was like, yeah, that got me.
That my damn chest, my heart. I was like, hold on, I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Usually can tell when they're gonna happen.
It's crazy, and like it's like when there's danger in the movie, like it's like an extended danger. It's not like something happened and then it's like okay, you feel like you get a break before the next thing. Nah. It's like when they're like without spoiling it, when they're trying to get their shot of the UFO, I think because they try a bunch of times. I think it's either the third or fourth time they try it. Like, yeah, they get in danger. Like, there's some serious danger. And you're like, I don't know if you're going to survive this. Yeah. I loved it. It's funny it's funny. Like, you will laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And then you will also be scared. And I don't think there's been a movie like that.
I was, like, in my seat, like, just, like, sitting there, like, watching it, like, just so engulfed in the experience.
Yeah, and exactly. It's an experience, and I think like you said, Jordan Peele's vision in this one, like you got it on screen. And I'm just trying to. I don't think there's been a. I mean, obviously horror movies have comedy elements sometimes, but this is actually like it's kind of like a. I dare say maybe an MCU film where like there's built-in comedy.
Oh yeah, to just break up the creep.
Yeah,
it's creepy. That is.
It's
it's textbook, y'all. This was a textbook film.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to say, the shots in this movie. We've had 3 this year: the Batman, Top Gun Maverick, and now this. Cinematography blows me away, and when it's that noticeable, I have to mention it. Yeah. Like he shot this in IMAX cameras.
Yeah, and you can tell.
You can tell, and it was definitely a worthwhile investment.
There's one shot where they're in the fog, and the house is in the background, and it's like, most scary movies are about a house. Mm-hmm. It felt like that, like the house was a character.
Yeah. There's
and like I'm like I want that, as a background.
Yeah, somewhere. just screenshot it.
Like
there's another scene where like stuff is falling from the sky, and I remember I saw Jovi's face when it happened because like the way they shot it, it's like what the heck? Yeah, crazy. If you haven't noticed, guys, we really like this movie. Again, the only thing the first act had a couple elements I thought were a little slow and didn't belong. Maybe there's one story arc that was a little less than perfect, and I do have. You know what? I have questions, but this is something that I would actually watch this again, to see if I can pick up on something I missed the first time. So
I'm trying to think. In Get Out, is there a TV presence? Because in Us, there was like a TV, like the TV, it's like a commercial or something like had something to do with. In this movie, the TV, a movie or a show had something to do with like this side plot.
Oh yeah.
It's like, is this something about him and like trying to incorporate the non-reality with reality? Like, just like I said, like it just feels like he was talking about the film industry.
Oh, Jordan Peele. Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, is that what he's always gonna do for the like? Is that what Monkey Paw is gonna do? Like, yo.
Oh yeah, he's always commenting on something in his movies. Yeah, definitely.
So that's it.
Yeah, I got nothing.
We're beating a dead horse.
What do you got? Yeah, because they're horse farmers.
Yeah, horse.
I got it.
Dead horse.
All right, what are we rating this thing, bro?
Dude, it's like we gotta stop comparing everything to Endgame, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give this thing a 5 because I really enjoyed this movie, and that's a big score. It is a really big score, but I am very delighted that we got something, and we're a little over half of the year. What else are we gonna get? Are we gonna get something as good as this for the rest of the year? So I really
unfortunately. Because I don't know. You know what? This is why we were talking. We might have to extend it to 10 instead of 5. So, like,
because this wouldn't be a 10.
Yeah. Is this as good as Everything Everywhere All at Once?
No.
I mean, I don't think as a cinematography, as good as the cinematography was, I don't think it was as good as
4.5.
Like the Batman. So I would give, and honestly, that one plot line that I didn't like is still in my mind. So I'm gonna give this one a 4.5.
So what did we give Batman?
We gave that a 5.
Yeah, 5. So this is a 4. This is a 4.5.
4.5.
This is 4.5.
All right, guys. So
this is a 4.5, y'all.
Yeah, your small couch review score is 4. Nope. By Jordan Peele is a 4.5. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, Grand Shucket, thank you again for setting this up, this early review. Stick around after the video to see a little bit about them. Yeah, and until next time, guys, we out.
Deuces.
Shout out to our friends over at the Grand Shucket. They really do hold it down, and if you don't know who they are, you will definitely want to. So go check out their website at thegrandshucket.com. There you will find all you will ever need in the world of anime, manga, TV shows, movies, books, comic books, video games. They have it all in one nice, simple, consolidated space. They post written reviews on all that stuff, and they have several hundred episodes of podcasts that are, quite frankly, hilarious. So go ahead, check out their website. Again, thegrandshucket.com, and also give them a follow on Twitter. That way you will never not be in the know.